I have a feeling this is going to be a very long video, but we shall see. Hello YouTube, this is Lee. This is my first foray into trying my hand at making YouTube videos. Don't mind my cat trying to climb onto the table. But yeah, so I thought the first video I wanted to post, not necessarily the first one I've made, but the first one I actually wanted to post should be sort of a collection overview video to just sort of show what the starting point of my collection is and where I am to begin. So I think this is going to probably be pretty long. I have a few binders, but I'm not going to try to like talk about what I have a ton, just sort of give an overview of what I have and sort of talk about what I collect. So I guess we'll start. Okay, we'll start with the big boy. So we have this big 2-inch binder. This has I think I need to maybe zoom out a little bit. Hold on. Okay, well I raised the camera a little bit, which unfortunately means we are going to see a little bit of my floor, but that's just what we're working with. So this is my binder for groups that I collect fully. So groups that we have here are just Astro and Victon. So Astro is actually not one of my old groups, but I do really like their photo cards. I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm wondering if I do need to keep a complete collection for Astro or not, but at least for right now I'm just gonna keep going and see what I feel like. So here we have Spring Up, your first mini, which is complete. We have a page for postcards. I don't have the Summer Vibes one. I still need to find that somewhere, probably Mercari Japan. I have Summer Vibes. I really like this set and this card. I'm very glad to have it. It's unfortunately pretty damaged. You can't really tell, but yeah, the person I bought it from sold it to me pretty damaged. So Summer Vibes is complete. And then from Autumn Story onwards, you can see it's not complete. So I'm taking Autumn Story pretty slowly, especially since Dongman's cards are really hard to find, at least for reasonable prices. But yeah, I've made some pretty good progress on this, I think. I put these little sticky tabs here to indicate if I have cards coming, so that I know sort of from a glance what I'm missing and what I have on the way. So I have an Autumn Story postcard and a Winter Dream postcard. I'm not really collecting postcards, I just had them. They like sort of came with stuff that I bought, so I just kept them. Here we have Winter Dream. I was lucky enough to pull this card, which I'm very grateful for. But a lot of these I either bought or traded for. Here, Dream Part 1. This page is complete, which is very satisfying to look at. And this page is also complete, so I am collecting the clear cards for Dream Part 1. And postcard for the night version. I don't have the day version, which is kind of sad. I might try and find it just to complete that. Here is the Dream Part 1 night version. This one is very close to being done, this page at least. I'm just missing this one Minhyuk transparent card, which I have not really seen around very much, but someday I'll get it. It's not really very high priority. Here we have Dream Part 2. This flower set is really cute. Postcards in between the versions. So I sort of alternated between Wind version and Wish version for this, just for fun. I really like the Wind version backs. I think they're really nice. Here we have Polaroids, which are kind of hard to find. I think Polaroid style photo cards are really popular. Here we have Rise Up. Rise Up is a really tough collection. I think maybe because it's a special album or something, it's really hard to find people like selling their photo cards or even trading their photo cards. So this one is a little bit slow. It's kind of like a, if I can find it for a good price or easily, then I will try to get it. I think this one's actually wrong. I think this is actually this back. But it's okay, I'll switch it when I'm putting them away. Here are the Polaroid style. This page is actually almost complete. I don't know how I managed to get so many, but this page is almost complete. You know, this Dongman photo card is pretty heavily damaged. You can see on the corners in the back. Next we have All Light. I am pretty proud of my All Light collection. I actually have, so for this one I alternated white and green versions just for storing because I thought it was cute. And I actually have these first 4 pages fully complete. So that is really nice. Then I put the postcards I got in the middle. I'm not collecting the full set for these, I just kept what I pulled. So I have some more. This page is also complete, and then I think I'm only missing 4 in total for the entire album. So that's really good. I really would like to complete All Light. I really love these like plant back cards. I think they look super good. So I would just like to finish All Light, I think, if I can. Next, we have Blue Flame. I don't know why I suddenly forgot what it was called. It's literally right there. Blue Flame. I've actually sort of accidentally made a lot of progress on my Blue Flame collection. Like, you know, I mean, obviously it's not like an accident that I'm collecting it, but I don't know really how I made so much progress. So I also alternated versions for that. So we have the story version, and here's the book version. And I have a bunch of just like random pulls that I got that I just kind of stuck in here randomly. And yeah, so I've actually made pretty good progress on this one. And then we have One and Only, which I think is even harder than Rise Up to complete. Again, a special album, so that might be why, you know, there are not a lot of these cards just around, or people sell them for higher prices or whatever. This is the bin card that I pulled, the cursed bin card. I don't know why this card, but I do have this card as well. And I decided to just keep what I got on my album. So I pulled Dongwon's like message thing, so I'm just sort of keeping it here. And this is the only page in my Astro section that I don't have any cards, which is a little bit sad, but you know, that's also sort of a, if I find it for a good price, I'll pick it up kind of thing. So here we have Gateway. I haven't made a lot of progress on Gateway. I'll admit I haven't really been concentrating on it, which I probably should because it's just the most recent full group release. But yeah, that's what I have for that. And you'll notice I have not collected Binsan because I decided I just want to collect full group Astro things. So yeah, I'm not collecting Binsan. But you know, again, I'm not really sure where I'm going to go with my Astro collection. I might sort of keep my biases because I have kind of like 2 biases. So I bias Bin and also Minhyuk, but I don't really know which one is sort of like my first bias. So I don't know. I sort of decided to just collect full group, and that's been going pretty well. I haven't put a ton of effort into it recently, but yeah, so I'm just going to keep it for now, I think. So I have this divider here, and then next we move into the second group that I collect full group for, which is Victon. And Victon is, I would say, one of my old groups. So that's why I decided to collect some members. Though for those of you who know Victon, you'll say, what are you going to do for the new album? There's 60 regular photo cards. I know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't think I'm going to collect full group for the new album. At least not yet, because I don't think it's very possible. But I might just collect my bias, who is Sejun, and collect like a full 9 pocket page for him, and then collect like full group sets for the other cards that like don't fit on the 9 pocket page. So I'll like pick a couple of sets, but there are also like AR cards, I think, if I remember correctly, and are also ordering from K-Town for You. So there's going to be K-Town for You pre-order cards, and there's just a whole mess. So the answer is I haven't really fully planned yet, but I'll kind of figure it out as I go, I think. But for now, here's kind of how my collection looks so far. My Victon collection hasn't been super high priority. I've been putting a little bit more effort into it recently, but it's just sort of when I think about working on it, I kind of work on it a little bit sort of thing. But for now, we have The Voice to New World. I don't know why I got stuck there. Voice to New World. So I'm actually only missing Subin on this page, which is nice. Here's the second set for Voice to New World. It's a little bit sad, at least. I mean, I know not all the cards are going to be colored back, but Byung-chan's like carousel, this card is really cute, but it is so different from the 3 that I have right now. It's actually a little bit upsetting, but what can you do? So here we have Ready. I obviously haven't made a lot of progress on this, but you know, it's coming along. It's not, as I said, it's not super high priority. And we have Identity, so this is the card I pulled, super adorable. But yeah, I don't have a lot for that. From Victon is going to be the bane of my existence. I don't know what I'm going to do for this album, honestly. Those of you who know, it's like, I don't know why it's so hard to collect this album, but it is. It just is. And so I only have 2 cards out of 21, which is not great. So I bought this one and I pulled this one. I really wish I'd pulled one of the baby cards just so that I could have it, because it's like really hard to find the baby cards for any sort of reasonable price. But, you know, it's what it is. And then we have Time of Sorrow. So this is, I think, my favorite set so far from Victon. I love the sailor outfits. I think they're super adorable. Someday this will be done and it's going to look really cute, and I'm very looking forward to that. Next we have Nostalgia. So, I mean, again, slow progress. I just kept the postcards that I pulled. I think I pulled like a duplicate of Byung-chan or something, which is why I only have 2 instead of 3, because I did get 3 albums, but the 2 actually kind of fits really nicely in the 2 pocket, so I wasn't really too pressed to trade that. Here's Nostalgia again. Here is Continuous. Continuous, again, has tons of cards. Ugh. It's a little bit of a pain, but that's what I have so far. And here are the AR cards. This is going to be obviously the easiest one to complete, because you got one per album. If you bought 3 albums, there's only 1 set, so that's not too bad. And then we have Mayday, which is their most recent release, aside from their upcoming album, which isn't out yet because it got delayed. And we have some stuff for that, so I just, again, kept what I pulled. I am going to get a 3rd standee just so that this page will be filled out. I want to get Sejun's because he's my bias, and I just haven't done it yet, so I left the spot for him. And this is the last page, is Mayday. So that's all for this binder. This is my chunkiest one by far, obviously, because I have full groups in here. But yeah, so I guess we'll move on to my next one. Okay, next we have my second biggest binder, I would say. This is like a 1.5-inch binder. This is where I keep my, it's kind of hard to explain, my girl group collections for people where I collect not only just my bias, but occasionally full group sets, which doesn't really make a lot of sense if I say it like that, but in my brain it makes sense. My first collection, as you might be able to tell, is for Dami from Dreamcatcher. She's probably, well, Dreamcatcher is probably my like female alt group, I would say, if I had to pick. It's a little bit hard to choose, but I do like Dreamcatcher a lot, so I have been working on my Dami collection. I don't know how far back I'm going to go necessarily. Those of you who may know Dreamcatcher, sorry, I'm adjusting the tripod. So those of you who may know Dreamcatcher, a lot of their older albums and even some of their more recent albums are out of print, so it is really hard to find the cards for them for reasonable prices. So, I mean, I don't know how far back I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what's reasonable and then probably try to collect as far back as is reasonable and not really worry about some of the earlier stuff, just whatever I feel comfortable with. So the first cards that I have are from Alone in the City. So I have these 3. I'm still missing her selfie card, which seems to go really fast every time I find it. I also have the Kino cards for that. I kind of bought them on a whim. I wasn't necessarily planning to collect Kino cards, but I just sort of bought them, and I also have them for End of Nightmare. I don't know if I'm going to collect the cards for End of Nightmare. They seem a little bit hard to find, but we'll see. Here we have Raid of Dream. This photo card, the top corner, this one, I think is hands down my favorite Dami card. Like, it is just so beautiful, and I wasn't even necessarily planning to collect Raid of Dream at the beginning, but I found that card and I was like, okay, so I am gonna collect this album, I think. So I'm still missing the clear card and her other selfie card, but that's fine. We'll get to them eventually. Here we have the Tree of Life. This one's also not complete because, I don't know, reasons. I also bought her one of her pre-order cards. I think this might be my music taste. I don't really remember. Just because it's so cute that I decided to keep it or like get my hands on it. So I have that. And I also have 4 standees because they fit really nicely in the 4-pocket pages, the BCW 4 pockets. So I decided to just go ahead and collect those. So I have that complete. And for their most recent album, Dystopia, Lose Myself, I do have a complete set. So she had 9 cards, including this is the K-Town For You pre-order card, but I wanted to collect a full set because you almost have enough photo cards in the albums to just go ahead and like collect the complete set. So we're like one extra set. So I decided to collect this set because I really love this concept. I think they all look so gorgeous. I really wish Handong was a part of this album. I would have really liked to see her on this page too, but I also really like the backs of these cards, the green cards. So I also have, again, 4 standees because they fit really nicely in the 4 pocket, though Xion's hair does stick out a little bit. That's okay, you can just push her back. The next group, well, the only other group I have in this binder, because I don't actually collect a lot of girl groups. I'm mostly a boy group stan, so but I do really like Twice, and I also just really love their photo cards in general. So I actually kind of got into Twice because I kind of wanted to collect their photo cards because I think they're really adorable, and it's also really fun that you can just collect so many of them, that you get so many in an album. So I decided to just go ahead and you know, get into Twice. So this page is a little bit weird. This is their first album all on the top, and then all of this is page 2. So I was originally going to get rid of this unit photo card because I didn't really necessarily want to keep it, and I was just going to do sort of like a 3-3 pattern on this page. But then I kind of decided like it's too much of a hassle to try to sell it or trade it, and I might as well just keep it. So I decided to keep it and kind of rearrange the page. So this bottom half is all from page 2, including the lenti, which unfortunately shows her back to us most of the time, but it is what it is. Here's Twice coaster. So I did claim these in a group order. I'm not actually sure if the group order is going to get purchased, so I mean, fingers crossed, because the Christmas cards are so hard to find, and I actually found them in the group order for a pretty decent price, so I'm really hoping that goes through. But I didn't like put sticky notes on them because I'm not actually sure about that yet, but I did get these 2. And here's Twice Coaster Lane 2, so that will be closer to getting finished. Here is Signal. I really love this card. She is so adorable. So that is complete. This page is complete. So we have Twice-to-gram and Marianne Happy. And here we move into where they decided suddenly that Twice need to have 20 million photo cards per album, which I mean is, you know, there's pluses and minuses, but What Is Love is actually one of my favorite eras, I think. I think the photo cards are just super, super adorable. I would collect the full set really if I could, but I don't think that's going to be reasonable. So this is kind of inspired by Ava Trade Petals on YouTube, and what they did is they collect like an OT9 set, or at least, you know, what they used to do. They're now collecting 3 members of Twice instead of just 1, but so we're doing an OT9 set, or rather like filling the page with an OT9 and then collecting full group sets for whatever like overflow cards there are. So I put her scratch card in the middle because that's kind of like the weird card, the different card in this album. And yeah, so the first set I'm collecting is this food one. I think this set is just adorable. Like, I think, as soon as I was like looking at templates for this, I was like, I have to collect this set. I have to. It's required. So here I am doing that. I've actually made really good progress on that, and I'm also collecting this like pastel border, at least that's what I call it, like pastel border set, where they're all wearing the dresses. I was also considering collecting the pajama set because I really love signature cards, but yeah, it was kind of between this set and the other one, and I ended up pulling more of this set in my album, so these are the ones that I pulled from my album, so that's all I've got from that. Here is Summer Nights. So yeah, I've made some progress on this. Trading is really hard right now as I'm making this video because Instagram like removed the recents tab in hashtags because of the election, and they still haven't restored it, which, I mean, the day I'm filming this, it's December 1st. It's been almost a month. What are you doing? Please. Some of us need that. But yeah, so, I mean, I haven't been doing as much trading for that reason, mostly. But I've made some pretty good progress, at least on this set. I'm collecting the signature set for the full group, and I'm also collecting this like thin border set. So I haven't been able to find as many of these for some reason, but it's okay. Whatever I can't trade for, I will buy, and also plug my trading Instagram. I'll insert my handle below. If you want to take a look at what I have. I'm only trading within the USA right now. I'm actually going to go on hiatus soon because I'm going home for the holidays. But yeah, when I get back, I'll be able to trade worldwide. But at least for the moment, trading within the US. And Yeah, especially for Twice cards because, you know, they're inexpensive. So, yes, okay. After Summer Nights is Yes or Yes. So, here we have, this is kind of the weird card, the hand card that I put in the middle. So that's what I have so far, not that much. And here's the OT9 set that I'm collecting. I'm collecting this like concept card one because I think it's like so cute. Like this Jihyo card, do you see her? She's so freaking cute. And even Dahyun, oh my god. Yeah, so for that reason I decided to just go ahead and collect this set. Here I have the Year of Yes. I only have 2 cards, but you know, it's not super high priority, so I'll just sort of collect it at my leisure. Yeah, so that's not so bad. Okay, sorry, I had to pause real quick. Okay, so here's Fancy You. I actually haven't bought my Fancy You albums yet, which is a little bit weird. Oh, sorry, I think the lighting just changed a lot. Like, it's a really gloomy day outside, but I still wanted to go ahead and film this, so, yeah, sorry if it's, like, weird right now. So here is Fancy You. I don't really like trading between albums, but I did just to help that person out. I'm going to be collecting the like ring pop set for that when I eventually do buy my albums. Here we have Feel Special. So I've actually been doing a lot of trading on Feel Special. For some reason people are really excited to trade that, which I mean I'm not going to complain about. So here I collect first of all like this signature set with the golden roses. I think it's really super cute, so that's really exciting. And I also have the white border like concept card, and pretty much the reason I'm collecting it is because this Chewy card is so gorgeous, and I even have it on the way, so we're winning. I don't know why I did that. Spider-Man. We're winning. Here we have more and more. So I ended up keeping one of the units I pulled with Dahyun in it just because I wanted to collect. Well, I wanted an excuse to collect a full group set. Otherwise, there were just 9 cards that would have fit perfectly. So, yeah. So I'm collecting this like thin border, the gold border set. So I've made some pretty decent progress on that, which has been nice. I also have the pre-order cards because more and more era around then is when I started to collect Twice. So I went ahead and I didn't double sleeve these ones. I didn't feel like I needed to. And here we get to the recent stuff. So we have Eyes Wide Open. I decided to put the yellow card in the middle because that one is like, I don't know, the most bright one out of all of them. So I have that one there. And the full group set that I'm collecting is this one. So the one with the flowers. So I'm only missing 2. And I still have a Momo card up for trade, this one actually, which I pulled a duplicate of. So if you are interested in that and have one of the 4 cards I'm missing, so I'm only missing 4 and I don't want to buy anything until I've like, you know, finished my trading, please check out my trade Instagram. And here we have all the pre-order cards. So you might think that the order I put these in is a little bit weird. I put them kind of in like light to dark backs, which I know is like not album order, but aesthetically I liked it. So yes. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so here we have my boy group's version of the last binder. So I'm gonna ignore this huge pile of ATEEZ cards. Some are freebies I get from other people, some are just like random album cards I still need to put back in the album because I'm lazy. But yeah, so this is my ATEEZ. This has, let's see, this has ATEEZ, I don't even remember, Elast, and Wavy in it. And eventually I'm gonna move GOT7 here too. I just haven't really started on the full group part of it yet, so I'll explain that when I get to my GOT7, my very small GOT7 collection. So yeah, so I originally started out with ATs, trying to collect full group, and I actually made some decent progress on some parts of it, but then I sort of decided that ATs was way too hard of a group to collect full group for, and I also didn't necessarily love, like, well, I wasn't super in love with the idea of collecting full group after like a couple months of trying and then being like, I just don't know if it's worth it. So like they're not one of my ults. Like I like ATs a lot, obviously, because I collect them, but they're not one of my ults. So I sort of, you know, decided, okay, maybe I'm just gonna focus on my top two instead. So obviously, as you can see, my top two are Seonghwa and Yeosang. I decided to put the group cards from the albums here too, just to sort of like balance out this page a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. I originally had these like in the middle because ATS has 8 members, so that just made like a full 9 page. But yeah, so I do have the majority of my ATS collection finished. So here I have the first 2 albums, which are done. I do have this full group set done, and their third album I wanted to have full group sets for both Illusion and Wave versions, because I think I just really love the sets. I love how cohesive this one is with the pink backgrounds. I just really love the aesthetic, so I did keep my full group set for this one with the group card in the middle. And yeah, obviously, as I said before, I collected full group for both of these. I think this one either got lost or I got scanned, but either way, I probably need to just repurchase that Hongjung somewhere and just get it over with. So this page is also complete. So this is for their 4th album. And this one is for their 5th one. This Seonghwa baby card has been eluding me for the longest time, and I can still remember when I was on Instagram, like looking through the tags like months ago when I saw it, someone selling it for like $10, which is, I mean, kind of still overpriced, but for AT's cards, it's like, oh, it's like very reasonable compared to what some people try to sell them for. So I looked at it and I was like, I'll be able to find it again, and then I didn't buy it, and that regret has stayed with me all this time. I should have just bought it, and like, you know, why didn't I? Like, what was stopping me? I don't know, but I still don't have it. So I managed to somehow get his ID card, and I pulled Yeosang's baby card in my album. So that was good, but I am still missing this one, and someday I'll find it, I know, but like at the moment, since it's so hard to trade and like find sales on Instagram, I'm just kind of putting it on the back burner for now, though I would really love to get it since my collection is so close to being complete. Yeah, so I also put these like extra cards down here because I wanted something to fill the page. So I mean, this one doesn't even match this album, but the color was similar, so I just stuck it here. Okay, so here we have epilogue. So this one is also complete. Again, I just put these here to sort of fill it out. And here we have the K-Town For You pre-order benefit cards for Fever. Zero Fever. I can't even remember what their album is called. But yeah, so because I got them, well, I got them through a group order from K-Town For You. Since I already got like 3 pre-order cards, this is before I like decided not to collect full group anymore. Since I already got 3 pre-order cards, I was like, well, I might as well just collect the full group. So I did, and since I wanted something in the middle, I decided to just put Seonghwa's like diary version card here, because it kind of like, you know, they're super ugly. No one likes them, and they make a nice filler. And it also, like, the back kind of matches color-wise because, like, this is red and these are also yellow and red, obviously. But yeah, so here is my Seonghwa and Yeosang page. Again, I put Yeosang's diary card here just because it makes kind of a nice filler. But yeah, I do have this complete for both of them, so I kind of try to mirror it. So like camera, heart, brick wall, the same background thing. So I kind of have it like mirrored, something like that. So I also kind of tried to like make it kind of go in a pattern on the back. I don't know if it's very effective, but I tried. So here we have LS, and I wasn't actually necessarily sure what I was going to do for their second album. I wasn't sure if I was going to buy it. Spoiler alert, I did buy it. I did sort of tell myself that if I really liked their second title, then I would buy the album. I was a little bit sad, mostly because Wonjun is not in the album. I still don't know why they made that choice, but they did. And so that kind of made me go like, I don't know if I really, really super want to, like, you know, buy the second album if Wonjun's not in it, and, you know, I don't know how I feel, but I did really like their second title, so yeah, I bought it. And I'm still missing this Wonhyuk. This Dream version Wonhyuk card is so hard to find, and I don't know why. Like, what is the reason why I can't find it? I can find his day version super easily, but his dream version is just really hard to find. I don't know why, but someday I'll find it. I was trying to trade for it, and I haven't found a trade. I do have Wonjun to trade, the dream version Wonjun, so if you're interested, hit me up, but I would be surprised. Then for postcards, I just kept what I pulled, because I didn't necessarily care that much. But yeah, so I am actually excited about their second album. It's going to be here soon. I'm going to do a little unboxing. And lastly, we have my Wavy collection. So I love Wavy. I don't really stand the rest of NCT. Not to say that I don't necessarily like it, but I just don't really find myself that interested. Does that make sense? I don't think it makes sense, but I'm very partial to like Chinese subgroups. So I like tend to sort of like follow Chinese subgroups when groups have them. So I became really interested in Wavy specifically. And I kind of checked out 127 stuff and didn't really vibe with it. So yeah, so I only collect Wavy, at least for now. I mean, who knows, things might change in the future, but yeah, so this is where we're at so far. So this Lucas Takeoff Photocard, I feel like I'm never going to be able to get. It is so hard to find it for like a even semi-reasonable price. I got his Takeoff Circle card like a miracle for a really good price from somebody on Instagram, so I'm like forever grateful for that. But this Takeoff Photocard is, I feel like I'm never going to find it. But I do have the rest of them complete. I actually have a mostly complete collection for Wavy. So for Wavy, I'm only collecting like Wavy specific things. So for example, NCT 2020 like Resonance, I'm not collecting for that. I kind of told myself if the cards were like super, super unbearably cute, then maybe I would do it, but they're not super, super unbearably cute. So yeah, I'm gonna stay strong. Especially since, you know, NCT in general is so expensive to collect. I figure if I'm not super passionate about it, then like, you know, I don't really have to bother. But yeah, so here we have one of my favorite albums, Take Over the Moon. I love the album design. I think it's one of the most gorgeous albums I've ever owned. And here we have the Take Over the Moon sequel. I have all three postcards, which is really exciting. And I love that these two are vertical and this one's horizontal. It fits so perfectly on the 3 pocket. It's very satisfying. Here we have Awake in the World. I don't remember even. Probably this is a Awakened version, I would guess. And this card I think also got lost somewhere, or I got scammed, you know, but yeah, so I'm missing that. But I probably just need to repurchase it. And then I have some freebies, including this really super adorable Xiaojun, like, Polaroid with Bella. It's so adorable. But yeah, so this binder used to be really thick because it used to be combined with my previous binder, the one with Twice and Dreamcatcher, but I moved them into their own separate thing, so yeah, it's much smaller now. And on to the next one. Okay, I promise we're getting close to the end, sort of. We're almost there. So this is just a really small 1-inch binder. This is where I keep like solo members that I collect, where I don't collect any other members in the group. So obviously first I have Mark. So some albums have got 7s, like they have more than 9 cards per album. So I am probably maybe gonna try to collect full group sets for some of those albums, so Mark may move into my other binder at some point, but at least for now he's here. So I need to find trades for these two. It's been kind of like a priority, obviously, because the trading tags aren't really working. And I have a bunch of these bookmarks, so I just, you know, decided to keep what I pulled, and as long as I had Mark, then it was fine. So these are the mirror cards that I pulled. Oh god, my hand. Here's like the die pre-order postcard thing, and then just a random photo card from a fan meet kit that I don't know what I'm doing with, but it just lives on a page on its own until I have like other cards maybe to put there. Next I have my 1S collection. So I do collect Ito from 1S. My storage is low. Tap to manage. Hold on real quick. Okay, and we're back. As I was saying, I collect Ito for 1S. So I have here just what I have. So I do have, like, I do want to find trades for all of these. I want to avoid buying them if possible, and I'm only missing 3 cards, but it's been, 1S trades can be really tough to find. I don't know what it is about it, but it is kind of hard to find. Luckily, I mean, it was really easy to find trades for the newest album, but yeah, the older albums, it can be really hard to find. So I am still looking for those. So I think I mostly have Connie and 1 Xion, maybe? No, 2 Xions and 1 Connie. So if you're looking for any of those, yeah, check out my Instagram. So yeah, here I have a random Soho because I pulled him and I didn't really feel like trading, but yeah. Next we have my The Boys collection. So here we have, I collect Kevin. So some of their albums are out of print, which means some of their cards are going to be real hard to find, but I'm going to just kind of take it slow and see what I can get. So I don't have a lot for some of their early albums. I do have his Bloom Bloom set complete. I think it's really cute, so I'm excited about that. I do have this in here, and hopefully if I didn't just accidentally delete my other video, you'll see me actually like get this from my Mercari haul, but I just decided to put this in here. I'm going to do a storing photo cards video, so I didn't put in the photo cards that I got from that yet, but I do have this in here already. So I also have his Bloom Bloom postcards, which came when I bought the Bloom Bloom set. So yes, so I am looking for trades for this whole page. I haven't found anything yet. Still hoping, holding out hope that I can find something. And oh, that's for the message thingies, the scratch off cards for reveal. Here are my things for the Steeler. So I don't have it completely done yet, but I would love to find a trade for this. I have Haknyeon. I also have another Haknyeon that I would love to trade to this last card that I need, but yeah, we will see if I can find that. I do have the postcards complete, which is really nice. Okay, I also collect Yoshi from Treasure, so yeah, so this is the first album, which I have fully complete. Here's the postcards from the first and second albums. Here's the second album, which is complete, and the third album, which just came out and I'm working on completing. Obviously I've been doing some trading and stuff, but again, because the trading tags aren't really working, it's a little bit hard right now, which sucks, but it is what it is. And lastly, we have Monday from Weekly. I actually just got this card today, which is very exciting. But yeah, so I was kind of a dunce and only ordered one copy of the album. I got it through a group order, so I also ended up getting it super late, but I don't know why I didn't just get 2 copies so that I would have the cards I needed, but I did find a set with both of her, I think this is Orb version cards on with them, and this is her Make Star pre-order. So I'm also getting a pre-order card that like will sort of match the wave back. It'll be sort of like this blue purple color. So I think it'll look really nice when I eventually have this page fully complete. I did want to try to find a trade for this card, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, so I might just have to buy it. But yeah, so that was a really quick flip through of that. We are almost done. Promise. Hurtling towards the end. This is a hard one to describe. This is my like random binder. So Ace is one of my alt groups. I will say that to start off with, but if you know anything about collecting Ace, sorry, the glare is really bad all of a sudden. You'll know that it is really tough, especially for their albums go out of print like pretty quickly. So if you want to try to collect their cards, it is really tough unless you're like willing to spend a lot of money. So June is my bias in Ace. He is also probably one of my ultimate biases, not gonna lie. I think he's made it to that status. So I would love to collect anything I can for him, but the older albums are so hard and like so expensive that I'm just gonna see what's out there, and if it's just too expensive, I'll just get what I can get and call it good. So I did really want this pre-order card from their last album, which I did find for an okay price on Instagram. I got this group card as a bonus from the group order manager. Then I have this random WoW card. This is their light stick card. I would love to trade it to June, but I feel like it's really hard to trade to June because he's a really popular member. So I just have Soon chilling in my binder for now. He's my second bias, so I'm not mad about it, but I would prefer June. But yeah, sorry I don't have like fillers in here. I just didn't feel like there was really a reason to put them in here. But I am collecting his full set for this album. I am excited about it. I didn't put like sticky notes in here, but I know I have 2 of his cards. Well, one of them just arrived recently. 2 of his cards from Mercari. So I'm only looking for one of them now. So that's going to be a full 9-page, which is really nice. And here's like this page I have for random pre-order cards and stuff. So I have this Sandy for my music taste, and all these are from various different stores. I also bought, they had like a Halloween themed card where he looks like a vampire, and it's ridiculous, and I love it so much, and I bought it recently on Mercari, so that's going to be coming as well. And I also have Seyoon and June's IDs, pre-order IDs. yeah, it's kind of a random collection of stuff. But yeah, I also have some bookmarks. I have an extra June that I will kind of want to trade to Seyoon, which is why I left a spot open on the top. But honestly, any of the other members, sorry, Seyoon's right here. Did I want to trade to Dongwon? No, that's not correct age order. What am I doing? Okay, well, clearly I was not thinking, but I would like another member's bookmark just so I can have 3 of them. And I also have this random pre-order postcard, which is really nice, so I don't have anything else to go on this page, so it's kind of sad. And then I have random stuff for Ace. So this is their 2019 Season's Greetings Photocard set, which I wanted to keep, and then I have their group cards and also this like mirror that it came with. Kind of awkward, but you know, I'll just keep it here. And this is from their 2020 Season's Greetings. And I have, this is just like a random stuff that I have. So I put all the Season's Greetings things in here because I didn't know where else to put them. But I still wanted to like show them somewhere, so I have all of those. And 2020, I am getting it through a group order, so I'm excited about that. Eventually it will be here. I also collect, Youngjae from BAP, even though BAP is not active anymore, he is still one of my old biases, I would say, so yeah, I have that. So this collection is really super low priority, but it's just kind of like when I think about it, I'll pick up some of his cards. They're usually really cheap, so it's not a big deal. This Zello postcard I pulled in my album, so I'm just keeping it here. It's my son. And here we're moving to really just completely random things that I just have. I don't really collect, I just have them. So I did get Chungha's Play album because I ordered an album from somewhere and they like messed up their stock and they didn't have the one I wanted, so they were like, hey, you can have a free album of the same value. And I didn't really have anything else I really wanted to buy, so I just picked up Chungha's Play, which is great. I love Chungha and I love her music. I don't really collect her, nor do I super plan to, but I just have this now. And then I have some random photo cards from some of my biases from other groups. So Sungjong from Infinite, Jungwon from Boyfriend, who Boyfriend is not active anymore, but you know, still I love him, and Taemin from, what is this, Sherlock era. Yeah, this is from Paradise. And I also have this Jungwon postcard. This is Chungha's postcard from Play, and Chungha's bookmark thing from Play, which is, again, I just have some sad, lonely things on lone pages. And lastly, I have Vix. So I initially was kind of going to collect full group for Vix, and then I kind of changed my mind. So I just decided to store all the Vix cards that I have back here. The reason this is blank is because I was going to get the other version of Eau de Vix, and then I kind of got screwed over by the place I bought it from, and I never got it. But I did just want like one card from it just to sort of be there, but I don't know. My Vix bias, by the way, is Hakyeon in. So some of these cards are of him, like at least these two are, and I think that's it. But I'm kind of too lazy to trade to him, nor do I don't really care like a ton. And then I just have some random postcards. And then the back I have some stuff that's like too big to fit in most of the pockets that I have. So I have this Jungwon postcard and this shirtless Taemin, but I just kind of keep them in the back here. But yeah, this is absolutely random, complete chaos binder. Alright, the actual last thing. Oh god, I'm so sorry. But yes, so the actual last thing is my Star Collection cards. So I don't think anyone really super collects these anymore, but I found out about them really late and decided to just kind of buy some of them because they had some for GOT7, who I love, and also for Infinite, who I love. So yeah. Oh, I have some Infinite freebies here I forgot about from someone I traded with. But yeah, so I have some store collection cards. I would love to trade to some ones I don't have if anyone in the world still has any of these. But yeah, so I actually pulled a whole bunch of these like signature ones. So I would love to get some more of those. And then I have just like a bunch of random rare cards that I don't have sets for. And then this. So yeah, I do have them organized by set. I don't have these double sleeved because honestly, I don't really care that much. But I do actually have some like of my extras. I have my extras posted on my trade Instagram. So if you are interested at all, feel free to hit me up if you have some of the ones I'm missing. I don't have like a formal wish list for these, but I think I like listed which ones I was missing like by number. So here are these like random event cards. Oh yes, and here's Infinite. I didn't even put a divider here. But yeah, so here's some of the random rares I have. This set I actually have is almost done. I'm honestly kind of tempted to like go hunt them down in Mercari and see if I can find them for like real cheap. But yeah, so this set actually, I have a bunch of sets that are like close to completion. I really, really love this set. And oh, this like zigzag set. This one is also almost done. Yeah, a bunch of these I'm just missing like one or two. This one I should probably rearrange these so they actually spell out Infinite instead of just keeping them in age order like I've done. It would make more sense. But yes, all of these, all of this. I really like these Infinite, like this is like wave 2 of the star cards. I think this set is really cute. I'm really into them, so I mean, if anyone has any and they're looking to trade. And then since I bought 2 cases of the Infinite star cards, I have 2 standees, neither of whom are my bias, who is Sungjong, but it's fine. I don't really care. I just keep them in there for fun. And yeah, that is actually everything. Like fully everything. All my collection of photo cards, or in this case, Photocard adjacent things. That is all of it. So thank you so much for sticking around. I know this is probably gonna be super long, but I wanted to sort of establish like a baseline for my collection moving forward, so we can, at least for my benefit, I can kind of see how things change as time goes on and etc. So yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.